What's up, Popheads? I've got a sequel album for you. This is the final summer special. To celebrate, I've decided to cover a different project every week. In this case, today's album comes from Scottish DJ and EDM wizard Calvin Harris. This is Funk Wave Bounces Volume 2, the sequel, that unfortunately doesn't quite live up to the first. Not that it's bad. Just like the first, it has guests on guests on guests on guests. This is a stacked list of people. There are so many artists on this thing. Most of them do a good job. It sadly just cannot match its predecessor, in my opinion. Definitely not bad, but I decided to cap the summer specials with this one because we started it with the first one. Let's end it with the second. It's a good album. It's definitely the weakest of all of these that I think. And it's just, I feel like it's a little lacking. It's kind of missing the magic of volume one. It's not terrible. It's just not, it doesn't, it's not as exciting. It's definitely more of a dull, it's not bad, all right? We'll get into it. Physically, I prefer the art of this, actually. I think it looks nicer than the first one. It has more of a summery, beachy, tropical kind of aesthetic to it. It has a better look, like, as an album, like, as a CD, it looks a lot better than Volume 1, but it sounds worse. It has worse songs, if that makes sense. Here's the back. The back is really colorful. Look at that. Punches you in the face with this color. I kind of wish Volume 1 had that. Because Volume 1, it's like black, and for the most part, and then some colors, but it's way better. But Volume 2, it just looks better. Just like the first, it has a lot of people on it. This one has 14 tracks. Technically, it has 12, because the intro is just an intro, and there's a part 2, which just is from the first part of the first track, or the other track. So it's really just 12, but anyway, it has around 14 tracks. It runs for 43 minutes, which is pretty close to the first. It's very similar. If you listen to Volume 1, it's in the same box. It sounds the same. Some of these artists are here again, like Snoop Dogg and Pharrell, and a few others are back. Actually, I think they might be the only ones. Anyway, there's a lot of new people, and it looks nice. I just wanted to compare it for the look of it to the first one. So, yeah, presentation-wise, the second one is way better. I'll move the first one out of the way. I already reviewed that. Here's the second one. It's got a nice cover. It has a different font, too. It has a different look to it. It's a little bit more summery. Like, it just looks nicer. Has like more of a happy aesthetic. I don't know, but the cover is cool. I think the cover is from the not Slide. It's from Potion. I think the music video. I'm pretty sure it's the island from Potion, but it's got the airplane in the back. Really cool. I love the back. It's so cool. Like the physical, like color. It's so poppy. It's very summery. You know. It's got all the artists, all the songs. You got the different font, which is pretty cool. You got the airplane. So it's a nice little look to it. There's the inside. The disc is really cool. It has this almost vintage look to it with the dark orange with the flamingo. It's so cool, for sure. If you move it, you got Calvin himself right there, just off to the side. I'm pretty sure this is from Potion. It's gotta be. Yeah, this is from Potion. Pretty cool. I love when artists put a picture behind there. There's the airplane. And what's really cool is you can see on the wing, it says Funk Wave Bounces Volume 2. It has like the initials. It's so cool. Here's the insert. Insert is nice. I do prefer the insert to this than the first. I think it's just nicer. It's just song credits, but they look nice. Just crediting all the artists, the companies, and stuff like that. If you want to pause, you can at any time. Nice colors, very nice font. It's just it almost has this 90s aesthetic to the font and just the look. It's very cool. And It's a nice insert for sure. I like it a lot. I actually like to switch the cover for this one because it has the airplane. I think it's nice. Physically, it's great. Better than the first. I think it just looks nicer. The disc is cooler. Colors are brighter. Feels more summery. But the music's worse. That's the bad part. We'll get to that. The intro, it starts with an intro. And why is this on here? Like, it's cool. Harris plays a few guitars, little bits. It's fine. Why is, like, it could have been a full song. It could have just been New Money's intro, which is the next one. Intro's fine. It's cool. It's not really a song. It's like 30, 40 seconds. Like, it's cool, but it's not a song. So I don't know why he decided to start it with an intro. Cool. Okay. It's got guitars. That's kind of interesting, but I don't know. It's just a little odd, I guess, but it's fine. It works. It's a nice little taste, you know. But the next track is full. They're all full tracks. The other ones. New Money second. It's got 21 Savage. It's honestly, it's kind of bad. I tried to like it. I listened to it a few times. It's just, I don't know. It's a single. It does. The problem with New Money is it's not exciting. 21 Savage has a fine voice, like, he's okay. But he doesn't, it's not, like, I don't know how to say this. It's not high energy. There's not a lot of exciting things about his voice. He just kind of stays in this monotone, like, rap singing. He's talking about getting girls and flashing his money. It doesn't work. It's kind of awful. I don't like it, okay? I tried to like it. If you like it, fine. It just doesn't work. I wish there was a different single that kicked it off. It just doesn't work. It doesn't sound good. Even the instrumental is not very great. So, not good. I wish I had more to say. I just think Slide is way better. Like, literally every track off of Volume 1 is way better. We'll get to that. Anyway, the next one is Potion, which has my favorite artist, Dua Lipa, and Young Thug. Has a couple verses. This is a fantastic song. This should have been This should have been the first song. This is amazing. This is another single, and the best part about this song is the instrumental. It's got this very not yacht rock. It's got this like 90s guitar lick, and it's got these great synth wave sounds and a great guitar groove, and which is obviously Calvin Harris, but he lets the artists just do their thing. Young Thug has some great rap verses, and they're pretty funny, and then Dua Lipa carries it with the main chorus. It's so great. She sounds amazing on this, and it's almost like a future nostalgia kind of sound, but it's not quite. It's more of a funky groove. And then Young Thug is honestly the best part of the song, in my opinion. He just flows so well with Lipa's chorus. It works so well. I'm a huge fan of it. I love the video. It just sounds amazing. Great single. It's one of the best songs on here, and it's, spoiler, in my top 3. Just for how fresh it sounds. It sounds so different and like dancey. It has this great vibe to it. Love it. It's amazing. I wish New Money was like that. So yeah, Potion is awesome. One of my favorites. Absolutely. Give it a shot if you haven't heard it. It's great. One of her best and one of Young Thug's best performances. Next up is Woman of the Year, which kind of it drags it back down, unfortunately. It's just not... It's fine, okay? It's not terrible. It's got Stefflon Don, Chloe, and Coi Leray. They all do an okay job. It's not terrible. They do a good job blending together. It's more of a rap funk song. And it's fine. There's some like flexes on here. It's just not very memorable in my opinion. It's kind of a sleepy song. I mean, It's fine. It's not terrible. It's not new money, awful trash, dumpster fire. It's not that. All right. Woman of the Year. It's kind of cool. You know, it's a vibe. It's something. You know, it's not terrible. All right. Next up is Obsessed with Charlie Puth and Shinsia. I haven't heard of Shinsia before this, but she sounds great. She has a very Caribbean-like voice, just with her accent. It's very cool. Charlie Puth does something interesting. He switches his voice to a much more deeper, brassier voice. It's a very different Charlie sound. It's not what he usually does, and that's what I like about it. It's very different for him. He kind of switches his vocal style. It's way different. It's more of a deeper register, which I like. It's very cool. And I'm a big fan of this song. I think it's great. They're talking about a relationship, and they're both obsessed with each other, and they can't stop thinking about each other. And it's much like Potion, where it's one of my favorites of this album, just for how unique it sounds. Their voices blend somehow like perfectly together. And Shinsia has one of the most unique voices on here. She has this very strong, thick accent, but you can somehow tell what she's singing, and she works really well with Puth's deeper voice. And the instrumental is fantastic on this. It's very dancey, very summery. It's very beachside, and the video is awesome with this too. So Obsessed is amazing. One of my favorites. It just sounds so fun. It has this great groove to it. So it's one of my favorites, absolutely. I think it's a highlight for sure. And then you go to New to You with Normani, Tinashe, and Offset from Migos. This one's alright. It's a single, and it's just, I don't know. It's not terrible. It's got a fun sound to it. It's nice to bop to, but it just doesn't, I don't know. It doesn't blow me away like Obsessed did. Is it awful? No, but it doesn't stand out to me. And sadly, that's most of these tracks. I just feel like Harris kind of dropped the ball a little bit with some of these instrumentals. Some of them, not all of them, but some of them are just kind of sleepy, not down tempo. You know what I mean? They're a little more low key than the first one. Anyway, it's not bad. They do a good job. They have good voices. I like Offset especially. I think he carries this track. Normani has a good voice, but I don't know. It's just fine. Ready or Not is next, and this is one of my favorites. This has Busta Rhymes. This actually is one of the few songs to have just one singer, and Busta Rhymes is great. He's a legend, and this is a great song. I'm a big fan of Busta Rhymes, like, not in general, but I'm new to him. But what I mean is, I'm a big fan of his flows. He has a great style of rapping, and this is a very fast song. This is probably the fastest track on this whole project, where he's almost daring you to keep up and try to listen and try to catch all the different verses. He's spitting and like going so hard and so fast. You almost have to listen to it more to hear what he's saying, but he goes so fast. He proves why he doesn't need another artist immediately. He just kicks off. And Calvin does a good job of keeping up with the beat. His instrumental style is very well. It works pretty well with his flow. And I think it's one of the best on here just for the way he's singing. Just the style of Busta Rhymes is so unique. He's got this deep voice, but it's very, like, it sounds cool. He has this cool vibe to him. And it's one of the best on here. Absolutely. One of the coolest for sure. Just for how different it sounds, you know, to everyone else. And yeah, I'd actually like to see another collaboration with these two. I think they work well together. And he's one of the best for sure. Next up is Stay With Me, which has a triple feature. Justin Timberlake, Halsey, and Pharrell Williams. All three of them, with Calvin Harris, of course, but he does the production. This might be my favorite. I don't know. I'm tied between Obsessed and Stay With Me. Anyway, Stay With Me is awesome. This is one of the freshest pop songs I have heard in a long time. And honestly, I think this is the highlight of the album. Um, Everyone does a great job. Everyone. Pharrell fits this style perfectly. That's why he's on here twice, and he was on the first album twice. Pharrell works perfectly with Calvin's style. And Halsey does a great job. She kind of has this ad-libby kind of chorus, but I think they work really well with Timberlake and Pharrell. Her style is really cool. She has like almost this breathy kind of tone to her, and I love her ad libs in this. I think she sounds amazing on this, and I like Halsey's voice. She has a great voice. I think she's one of the more underrated pop girls, and she leads it off pretty well. But Timberlake takes the cake for this song. His voice is so smooth, and somehow him and Pharrell work wonders with Halsey. He has this great vocal. Timberlake has a great voice. You can't deny it. And if you put him with funk music, disco grooves, it somehow works so well. He's the MVP of this track. Love Timberlake in this. He is so much fun to listen to. You can feel his like happiness, his confidence. Everyone you can feel had a great time with this. And the video is so good. It's one of the more funny ones. It's just a great time. They're at a party. They're like, stay with me, have a good time, stay the night, right? And I think it's just one of the best on here, just for the happy vibes. Like, it's just such a party anthem. And it's one of the best on here, just for its sound, for the vocals. Everyone does a great job. Love it. It's just so good. It's so great. So Stay With Me is amazing. I'm going to stop using that word, but it is. And it's absolutely a favorite for me. And the next one is actually part 2, which I don't really get why Harris split it. It's kind of a long song. It's actually the longest on here. I think it's like 5 minutes plus. But on the album, it kind of leads into part 2. Like, they both blend together. Like, I don't get why he needed to split it up. I think he should have just had them combine into one song, even if it was 6 minutes. I think it would have just blended better as one track. I just don't get why part 2 was like separate, but it's a great part. It's a great sequel, I guess. It's more of an instrumental break with Timberlake kind of carrying it. It's great. I just don't know why it's separate from part 1, but whatever. It's awesome anyway. Both of them are great. Like, it's just such a perfect sound for summer for this whole thing. I think more songs should have been like this. Like, Stay With Me. They need... Yeah. Fantastic song. Excellent production. The vocals are gorgeous on this. Just, it all works, okay? Nothing bad to say about Stay With Me. Both of them are great. That's kind of the halfway point. And then Somebody Else is next with Georgia Smith and Little Durk. Oh, by the way, Stay With Me is a single. It's a big single. So there you go. I mean, you probably suspected. Somebody Else is next with Georgia Smith and Little Durk. Not really familiar with these two. To be honest, not really familiar with a lot of these. It's fine. It's not terrible. It's kind of... Stay With Me goes so hard. The rest of these just kind of suffer, unfortunately. So Somebody Else is fine. It's got a nice groove, nice instrumental, decent vocals, but it just doesn't, it's not special. I don't know. Coming after Stay With Me, which is just such a punch, dance punch, this just, I don't know. It's just kind of mid. That's the word, mid. Most of these are mid. That's the problem. Compared to the first one where every song stood out. This one just, I don't know. There's more cherry picks, I guess, for this one, for me. Somebody Else is fine. Sounds good. Yeah. Nothing More to Say is next with Black and Deneo. It's fine. It sounds nice. It's got a decent story and decent instrumental. It just doesn't stand out. Same with, actually, next one, Live My Best Life with Snoop Dogg and Lotto. This one's actually kind of fun. It brings it back a little bit to the more dance energy, I guess. Snoop Dogg does a good job. and he has a good flow. I like his style, and it sounds like a 90s song, kind of. It's a good groove, decent track. Not the best, but not the worst. It's definitely a good track. And then Lean On Me is next, second to last, with Sway Lee. This one's bad. I'm sorry. This song is terrible. It's like New Money. It's one of the few with a single vocalist, and unlike Busta Rhymes, Sway Lee, and 21 Savage from New Money, they cannot carry their own. I'm sorry, they cannot. The instrumental is fine. Lean On Me, the vocal style for Sway Lee in this track especially, it doesn't sound very good. It's very high pitched, it's very whiny. He doesn't sound good over this beat. I don't know, something was off. I tried to like it. I can't. It's bad. It's really bad. Sway Lee was good on Sunflower, really good on that, but I don't know. He can't carry this. It's not good. There should have been a different vocalist, or he should have had someone else join him. It's just not good. But the last one's good. Day One with Pharrell. Once again, he's back. And then Pusha T. This one's amazing. I actually really like this track. It's great. It has a great beat. It has a really good story where Pharrell and Pusha T are kind of talking about their upbringing a little bit and some of their childhood. And it's actually really great. I really like the chorus with Day One. Pharrell does a fantastic job. His sound, his vocals are perfect for summer. He was perfect in Feels. He was great in Heatstroke. He's great in Stay With Me. And once again, in Day One, he proves he's a wonderful singer. One of the best, honestly. Kind of underrated. And yeah, Pusha T does a good job too. I like his flow. And it's just a great way to end it. It started kind of terribly with New Money, but Day One is a great way to end it, in my opinion. It's one of the underrated tracks and one of the best on here. And yeah, it's one of my favorites too, just for how nice it sounds, and it's really kind of a cool vibe. So Day One is great, but that's the track list. Of all these albums, this is definitely the worst, the weakest. The production is fine, but it's the vocalists that kind of suffer. I think it's most of the rappers that just, I don't know. I think it's the direction or some of just I don't know. It's just not as strong. It's just not as good. Anyway, least favorites are pretty much half of this, honestly. I only like 6 of these tracks, to be honest with you. And spoiler alert, this album is going to get a pretty bad score. It just can't live up to the first one. But favorites, I've got some. There are some great tracks on here. There's just not as many, like, outstanding ones, if that makes sense. Like, the whole album is not great, but there's a lot of good spots in between. So, favorites. Number 1 is Obsessed, but I could switch it with Stay With Me, which is number 2. They kind of go back and forth. I swap them constantly. I think Stay With Me is the better song, but I think Obsessed, it just sounds so unique, especially for Charlie Puth. It just sounds so different. I'm glad he switched up his style. But yeah, Obsessed is my favorite. Stay With Me is my second, although I could swap them. Honestly, I think Stay With Me is my favorite, and Obsessed. And then Potion is my third favorite. Dua Lipa carries it as expected, but Young Thug is great on this. Their chemistry is so great, and it just sounds amazing. Number 4 is Day One with Pharrell and Pusha T. I think that one's solid. It's very fresh, sounds very nice, it's very cool. And then Ready or Not, actually, with Busta Rhymes is my 5th. I just think he carries it with his vocals, just his style, the way he can flow and rap so fast, and it's so cool. He doesn't need anyone else. He's just himself, and Calvin can provide the beat, and it's really great. Those are my favorites. I also really like Stay With Me Part 2, even though it's the same thing, but it's just a sequel. I think it's great. And Live My Best Life, I do like that one. quite a bit. It's just not a favorite, but it's still a good track. The rest of these I can leave. I take off. They should have tried harder. New Money is just bad. Lean on Me is bad. The rest of these are just not as good. They're just mid. So yeah, those two would be my least favorites, and then everything else just kind of there. It just kind of, exists. So honestly, Funk Wave Bounces Volume 2, I would honestly give a 5 out of 10. It's not great. The highlights are the singles. They all are great. Some of them, even that aren't singles, are great. 6 out of the 14 are great. Everything else kind of sucks. So, yeah, unfortunately, Volume 2 just cannot stack up to Volume 1. Presentation's better, but the sound is not. I just think, I don't know. It's not terrible. I guess it's kind of terrible. It's not unlistenable. I would listen to this again, but I'd rather listen to Volume 1 way more. Like, every song on there, every track has its own vibe. Every guest does a great job. Even, like, Skirt on Me, which I wasn't crazy about, even Nicki carries it. Even it still sounds great. It's just not my total vibe. But even that worked. And I don't know. Would there be a Volume 3? I think Calvin's done with this type of sound. Honestly, I think he should have kept it to Volume 1. I think he should have just done Volume 1, and that's it. So, worst project. There are amazing tracks on here, but they're few and far between. They're in between the mid tracks. So, give it a shot if you haven't. It's worth a listen at least once. Just know it's probably not going to be as good as the first one. So, yeah, definitely not good, but, there's some good stuff in it. What do you think of Funk Wave Bounces Volume 2? Do you think it's better than Volume 1? Do you think it sucks? Do you think it's great? What do you think of Calvin Harris? Do you think he's underrated, overhated, overlooked? What do you think of his style? Is he overrated in your opinion? What's your favorite artist on here? And yeah, there are 23 people on this. Actually, between this and 40 artists are on that. That's insane to me. It's got to be a record for the most artists in one project or two projects. It's kind of insane. But yeah, Volume 1's better. And I hope you guys enjoyed this summer special series. This was the last one. I thought to end it with this one because it's the second one for Harris. And not as good, but it's got its pros and cons. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this series. I enjoyed covering all these albums. I think I'm definitely going to do a separate thing, like ranking some of these songs and some of these albums. But let me know what you think. What are your thoughts on this album? Do you like it? Do you hate it? What do you think of Calvin Harris? And do you think you should do a Volume 3? I think it'd be interesting, but it'd have to be really good to beat the first one. But that's about it. Thank you for watching or listening. Thank you for your support. I will see you in the next one. And stay tuned for sure. I'm going to have these at least a little more frequently. And we'll go from there. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed the series. I really hope you did. I really had a great time covering all these albums. Like, they're so different. And yet they're all very summery, in their own ways. So, that's it. Thanks for hanging. Thanks for your support. Appreciate you watching. Let me know what you think. And I'll see you in the next one.